Hello, friends. Today we're going to talk about a place that's a unique blend of science, engineering, and mystery. Coral Castle, located in Homestead, Florida. It was built single-handedly by one man without the use of heavy machinery, using stones that weigh tons. So, let's dive deep into this fascinating story. This castle was created by Edward Leedskalnin, who came to America from Latvia. Edward wasn't some kind of superhero. He was just 5 feet tall and weighed about 100 pounds, but his passion and determination were so immense that he built a castle that still leaves scientists and engineers baffled. People say there's a story behind every creation. The story of Coral Castle begins with love. When Edward was 26, his fiancée, Agnes Scuffs, who was 16, left him the day before their wedding. The reason? Their age difference. Edward was heartbroken, but he didn't give up. He moved to America and built Coral Castle as a tribute to his lost love. He called Agnes his Sweet 16, and this castle is a symbol of that love. Coral Castle is no ordinary structure. It's made of oolitic limestone. The castle includes massive walls weighing up to 30 tons, stone furniture like chairs, tables, and a bed, a sundial that tells time, a 9-ton gate that could be opened with a single finger, and a 2-story tower where Edward lived. In total, the castle contains over 1,100 tons of stone, all built by one man between 1923 and 1951. That's 28 years. Now, the biggest question is, how could a small, seemingly frail man move such massive stones without cranes, bulldozers, or modern machinery? This mystery remains unsolved. Let's explore some possibilities. In Edward's tool shed, you'd find ropes, pulleys, wooden tripods, and some basic tools. He worked alone at night to keep his methods secret. Experts believe he used levers and balance techniques. Coral rock is relatively light, which might have made it easier to maneuver. But a 30-ton stone, by himself, that's mind-boggling. Edward claimed he created a perpetual motion holder that used magnetic forces to make stones lighter. He said the stones floated like hydrogen balloons, but scientists consider this impossible. There's no evidence such a device could work. Still, Edward's writings mention magnetism and physics, showing he had a good understanding of science. Some people claimed they saw Edward at work. A few teenagers said they saw stones floating in the air. A truck driver reported that Edward loaded tons of stones onto a truck in minutes, but these claims were never proven. So, was it magic? Or just Edward's cleverness? Edward often said he had learned the techniques of the ancient Egyptians who built the pyramids. He might have used counterweights, ramps, or levers, but some believe he didn't have the tools to lift such heavy stones. The most famous part of Coral Castle is the 9-ton gate. It was so precisely balanced that a child could open it with one finger. In 1986, when the gate malfunctioned, it was discovered to have a simple metal shaft and a truck bearing underneath. This shows Edward's deep understanding of engineering and balance. In 1936, when Florida City became too crowded, Edward decided to move the entire castle 10 miles away to Homestead. He hired a truck driver, loaded the stones, but whenever the driver looked back, Edward had already finished the work. This process took 3 years. What special technique he used remains unknown. Edward was a very mysterious person. He didn't talk much with others. When asked how he built it, he'd simply say, "If you know the method, it's easy." He wrote a few small books about magnetism and physics, but even those didn't reveal his techniques. Then, in 1951, at the age of 64, Edward fell ill. He left a note outside his room saying, "Going to the hospital," and 28 days later, he passed away at Jackson Memorial Hospital in Miami. His castle, once called Rock Gate Park, is now known as Coral Castle. In 1984, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places. Today, Coral Castle is a popular tourist attraction. Thousands visit each year. Ticket prices are $15 for adults, $12 for seniors, and $7 for children. You can see the 9-ton gate, the sundial, and the stone furniture. Visitors are still amazed that one man could do all this. This story has inspired TV shows like Ancient Aliens and even Billy Idol's song, Sweet 16. Now, you might be wondering, did Edward discover a secret magnetic technique? Did he use ancient Egyptian methods? Or was it just his hard work and engineering genius? There are no definitive answers. Coral Castle is a mystery that forces every visitor to think. Coral Castle isn't just a structure of stones, it's a symbol of mystery and inspiration, showing that with determination, nothing is impossible. If you liked this story, please like and share this video, and let us know in the comments what you think about it. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, Echo Nation,